Recent research has produced surprising insights into artificial intelligence and sustainability. For years, we've believed something quite simple. Employee anxiety about AI is harmful. It reduces motivation, learning, and adoption. But what if this assumption is wrong? Organizations around the world are investing heavily in AI to support ESG, environmental, social, and governance initiatives. But these transformations depend not only on technology, they also depend on how employees perceive AI. At the same time, many employees feel anxious. Will AI replace my job? Do I have the right skills? And what does this mean for my future? The key question is this: does this anxiety help or hurt AI-driven ESG transformation? To answer this, we conducted a study of 858 employees at a major commercial bank. We developed a structural model that distinguishes 5 key factors: AI-induced job anxiety, employee motivation, ESG knowledge, AI knowledge, and perceived effectiveness of AI in ESG. Most importantly, we designed the model to separate 2 fundamentally different mechanisms: a cognitive evaluative pathway and a learning and capability pathway. Traditional research tells us anxiety is a hindrance. It reduces motivation, learning, and technology adoption. So the expectation is clear. Anxiety should negatively affect AI-driven ESG. But our results show something very different. AI-induced job anxiety has a positive effect on how employees evaluate AI for ESG. In other words, the more anxious employees feel, the more they recognize the strategic importance of AI. This is a paradox. So, what is happening? Our findings show that anxiety operates through a cognitive evaluative mechanism. It increases attention, it heightens vigilance, and it forces employees to take AI seriously. You can think of anxiety as an alarm system. It says, "This matters, pay attention." However, there is a critical limitation. Anxiety does not increase motivation, AI knowledge, or ESG knowledge. It does not lead to learning. This reveals a fundamental distinction. Attention is not the same as capability. This leads to the central contribution of our research, the appraisal engagement gap. Anxiety drives evaluation and awareness, while motivation drives learning and capability. These are 2 separate pathways, and prior research has often confused them. Based on this, we reinterpret AI-induced anxiety. It is not simply a negative force. It is a cognitive, evaluative stressor, or what we might call awareness-enhancing anxiety. It aligns employees with strategic priorities, but it does not equip them to act. So, what actually builds capability? The answer is clear: motivation. Employees who feel valued and supported learn AI, understand ESG, and see how the 2 connect. Motivation, not anxiety, is the true driver of capability. This leads to 3 important implications. First, we should not suppress anxiety completely. Moderate anxiety can enhance strategic awareness. Second, bridge the appraisal engagement gap. Awareness alone does not lead to learning. Organizations must provide training, structure, and psychological safety. Third, focus on motivation. Because awareness may align employees, but only motivation builds capability. In closing, the relationship between AI, employees, and sustainability is more nuanced than we thought. Anxiety is not simply a barrier. It is a signal. But signals alone are not enough. To succeed in AI-driven ESG transformation, organizations must combine awareness with capability and attention with motivation. That is where real transformation happens.